Okay. So NIO, NIO stands for Native Input Output System. So we are going to directly communicate with the uh, system or operating system to
TB, TB,
read or write stuff.
TB,
Yes,
TB. You said what in our stand for again?
stands for native
Native input and
input
output.
output. Yes.
Alright.
Okay. So we are going to write output stream. Just in the previous session, we have seen input stream. The same way we have output stream. This time we are going to write data. Earlier, we are reading data. So it is, you can imagine it is very similar to that, only we have to change in place of input to output. So for this, you need to write a data to an output stream, such as a file. To write the data in the form of characters, Java provides function writer. Writer class is there, writer function is there. You have to write, and this is again belongs to package java.io. So similar graph we have now. Uh, Only we are earlier we are doing output stream, input stream. So this time output stream and writer. So whenever we talk about the stream, it becomes a binary stream, and writer it becomes character stream. So on the left side, it is all binary stream, and right side all character stream. So this depends upon you which type of input or output you are looking for, streamed or character stream or byte stream. So file output stream class is used for writing data byte by byte, one by one bytes. Some of the constructors file output streams are similar to file output in input stream. We can pass directly file, we can pass file descriptor, we can write string name, we can write a string name. Some of the method of the file output streams are file description, get id, fd, get write. So you can write one byte, one by one byte you can write. So let's see the example. Buffer output stream, similar to buffer input stream. Sometimes it happens your monitor is busy that time, and you're continuously your computer is getting input. So that time, small period of time, your screen may freeze. That time your CPU is collecting the data, memory is collecting data. Once it is prepared, it can be displayed over the screen. So some of the constructors of the buffered output stream class are buffered output stream, and you can it accept the object output stream and size. If you want to flush, you want to remove the output stream, you can. You can write one byte, one by one byte you can write. One byte at a time you can write. Buffer writer class can be used to write text to the output stream. This class writes relatively large chunks of data to an output stream at once. Some of the constructors are buffer writer. You can pass writer object directly, and or along with the size. What buffer size, specific size of buffer you require, you can pass here. Next, we have a function new line. If you want to write something in new line, you can call this function. You can write continuously in the same line, you can write. So it is providing a very flexible way to write code, write data into the file. Using the file writer class, writes characters data to the file. File writer always write characters to the file. It does not define any method of under it. Simple file writer. And you can start writing text. See, please have a look on the question. Which one of the following file writer constructor will you use if there is a requirement to append data at end of the new line? So of course, we can add append. We can add append boolean append true. Next slide. After this, so we are going to discuss one problem. David David is a Java developer at Microbusiness Inc. He has been assigned to a task to develop the player versus player TikTok game. In this application, he need to implement the following functionalities. The player should be presented with a menu which has the option to play the game, view the instructions, view a player's win percentage and exit. Every time when the player play the game, their scores should be updated in the text file in the background. In additional, if player decide to view the win percentage, it should be displayed. So you have to write this code. So this code I will share with you on Moodle, or if you have joined since beginning. In the beginning, I shared some programs on your pen drive. If you can take reference, or tomorrow you can collect from us. So now introducing NIO, input output operation. We are going to work natively on Java, directly on operating system. IO operating system, IO operations utilize system resources and therefore must be performed efficiently. The functionality offered by java.io package, same again Java package IO, perform an efficiently related issue. To overcome the preceding issues, further simplify input output operation, Java provide NIO. So some problem we have faced during reading or writing in package IO. So we have NIO package. That this package provides you classes, packages. Those are improving speed, performance of your application. So never in the next time whenever you write file, do not use IO package. Always use NIO. NIO is faster than IO package. But in the old programs, in the industry, some old programs are developed in Java, and those programs you may find IO package. So you must have to understand both. Using the path interface and the path classes. So here you can write directly path. So path interface is a component of that is defined in the java.nio package. It is used to represent the path of file or directory that is located on the file system. In order to work with a path, you need to create reference of the path. So see this example, we are creating a path first. Path object name equal to paths dot get. So this is a path of the file. Once we got path of the file, then we can start operations on that file. We can read, write, update, append, delete, anything you can do. So some of the functions works with path. You can get file name, you can get file system, you can get the number of files available, get name count, get name of the file, get current parent directory, root directory, and absolute path, complete path, and compare to path order. Manipulating files and directories. We have one more good interface, that is file visitor. So this is very good in terms of accessing data. It perform very well. It access, as its name suggesting you, it can access data whenever it is required. Unnecessary, it will not copy, it will not execute. So that is why this design pattern known as visitor. So this is a visitor design pattern based on the design pattern. You can watch my video design pattern, and this is available on YouTube. Design pattern is very important. While you go for a job in the industry, definitely they will ask you about design pattern. That is very important. So some of the functions or operations, file operation can be performed by using java.nio files class. You can create directory, you can copy file, you can move file, you can check existing file, you can delete file, you can traverse file. To create a file, you need to use create file function. You can create file function. So how you can do that? Paths. Just type paths dot create file. You can create file. So the following code snippet shows how to create a file without specifying the file attribute. So see this exercise. Path object equal to path get that particular file name, address, file location. Files dot create. We can create that particular file if that file does not exist. If already exists, then we can overwrite or according to the permission. So to create that file, we are creating directory. If you want to create directory, so files dot create directory. So see a path, get path, and then create directory. So we can create folders. With the help of NIO package, we can create folders. If there is a requirement to create a single level or multi-level of directories, you can use create directory. If you want to copy, we have a function copy. From where you want to copy and where you want to copy. From where you want to copy to where you want to copy. Manipulating files and directories. You can replace, you can change, you can copy, you can move file one place to another place. So for that, we have a function, we have a method move in this, as you can see on the slide. Manipulating files and directories. So you can replace or atomic move. Atomic move means it will delete, it will move from the particular location, and with the same name another file will could be created. So that is known as atomic move. So hold this code, I will share on the Moodle after this session. Manipulating files. If you want to write that file, if you want to move that file, only one function we have in this. Files.move, file.exit, file.copy, file.create, create file, file.create directory. The following code snippets displays you are creating one directory, you are getting one directory, and you are checking whether that particular directory is exist or not. You can check particular folder is exist in your system or not. Once you find the information, you can create your new folder or according to the requirement. To delete a file, directory, or symbolic link, you can use either this code to delete that file. Delete path, delete if exist. The signature is goes like this. Get that file and delete that file. Finish. You can delete that particular file. If you want to delete that file and you want to know whether that file is exist or not, delete if exist. So in this case, delete and if exist, delete. So this is a big difference between that. If you are going to delete that file and that file does not exist, in that case it may raise exception. But if you are writing delete if exist, then it will not raise any exception. So this is the only difference. So while you're creating a file, you need to create an application to traverse all the file folder from one directory to another directory. So how to do that? You can create one directory and create some files in that directory and move to another directory and delete from the previous one. So this project you have to design, you have to write the code for this. So please have a look on this. So the which function content of file visit result num is used to indicate the traversal must end. So of course terminate. So after the program that must have to terminate.